Julia Fox is calling out her ex-husband, accusing him of secretly baptizing their 4-year-old son without her consent, you guys. Most of us didn't really know who Julia Fox was until 2022 when she had a brief 6-week fling with Kanye West. That relationship shot her into C-list fame. To be fair, Julia had some recognition within New York's art and modeling scenes before Kanye, where she was known as a muse and artist in her own right, but she definitely capitalized on her Kanye connection.
I think he needed a full-time person, and I just couldn't be full-time. I had my son, and then he'd want to talk on the phone a lot, and like I'd have to, you know, change diapers, and so I like bought a pair of AirPods so that I could like keep it in while I was like doing mom stuff. Like it was so overwhelming, you know, and so unsustainable. And I think I just realized very quickly it just wasn't going to be sustainable, because ultimately I cannot put anybody else first. My son has to be first. I didn't sign up to have 2 babies, you know, like.
Now she's also been posting on TikTok, and a recent TikTok that she posted has set the internet in fumes, specifically towards her ex-husband. Julia Fox recently publicly called out her ex-husband Peter Artemiev for blindsiding her about their 4-year-old son Valentino's baptism. Julia decided to put Peter and his family on blast for allegedly excluding her from the ceremony, and she recalled feeling crashed out after a conversation with her ex, claiming that not only was she not invited, but she was only informed about the baptism after it had already happened. So you could already imagine how much this enraged her as a mother. She also revealed that after speaking with her ex-husband's mother, she was met with the same lack of transparency. She started the video by reflecting on the moment when Peter first mentioned the baptism.
Hey fam, so I crashed out today, and like I'm just not used to getting upset like that anymore, so it actually really affects my nervous system. So basically what happened was I went to my son's school for this little performance, and his dad was there. He came late as usual. And then I had to like help load some stuff in my car. So we were walking my car, and he points to this church and he goes, "Oh, this is where Valentino was baptized." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, this is where he was baptized." And I was like, "Well, why wasn't I invited?" And he was like, "You were invited. You just didn't want to come." And I was like, okay. First of all, don't tell me what I was not and was invited to. Like, absolutely not. Because if I was invited to something like that, I would go. I would remember. And if I wasn't invited, I would still have like a picture or something. Like, no one told me anything about this. And he was like, "Yes, we did. You didn't want to come. You said you didn't care." And I was like, bro. Like, it like took me back to being in that relationship of being gaslighted over and over and over, until then I freak out and then do something, and then he calls me abusive. But it's reactive abuse, and that's what happens when you're being mentally and emotionally, psychologically, and physically abused. Anyway, so he was like, "Yeah, you were invited." And I was like, okay, word. So I call his mom, and I went off on her, and I was like, why the hell was I not invited to this? And she was like, well, the priest said that it was like a Russian Orthodox thing, and only Russian Orthodox people could come. And it's like, wow, now I see where this man gets it from. Don't gaslight me. That is a bullshit excuse. I am this child's mother. You are not his mother. And she was like, okay, I just thought you wouldn't care.
She was completely harrowed, just stressed that no one had told her about her son's milestone. She then accused her ex of repeatedly claiming she didn't care about the baptism. She said that his actions brought her back to the toxic dynamics of their relationship.
I've been raising this child alone for 4 years, doing everything for him, taking him all around the world with me on any job I do. And you think I don't care? And I was like, listen, lady, your son doesn't care. I care very much, and you just robbed me of an experience. And then she was like, what are you gonna do, punish me now? Are you not gonna let me see Valentino? And it's like, dude, I don't operate like that. Like, my son loves you because he doesn't know any better. So I'm not gonna do that to him. But now I know. Now I've always known, but now I have the confirmation of how you people operate, and you're all trash. Like, I basically just told everyone that.
Julia ended her rant with a poignant message advising other women not to have a child with a loser.
Anyway, I don't even know where I'm going with this story. I just had to like I've just been thinking about it all day because I'm so mad. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, these people are animals. Like, girls, please, from the bottom of my heart, who you have a child with will dictate the rest of your life. Do not have a child with a loser.
All over the comments, her fans empathized with her, with many sharing similar stories of their own. But many people all over the comments had things to say like, what kind of baptism is performed without the mother? Maybe I'm uninformed, that alone feels sinful. My son loves you because he doesn't know any better. A baptism without the mother? Excuse me? So annoying that it even happens to Julia Fox. Men truly ain't shit. Not being informed of your son's literal baptism is 100% a reason to crash out. Girl, I'm so sorry, being a woman is truly exhausting sometimes. This isn't crashing out. This is a completely normal response to someone gaslighting you. He pointed the church out on purpose to elicit a reaction from you. He's mad you're everything Valentino needs, and he's not. I feel like not only should you have gotten an invite, you should have been asked for permission. That's major. He pointed out the church because he knew it would upset you. He knew what he was doing. Reactive abuse needs more awareness. I had a friend going through this. She thought she was losing her mind. This also sparked an online debate specifically regarding Julia's warning to people to be cautious about who they end up marrying. Who you have a child with will dictate the rest of your life. Do not have a child with a loser. She was 31 when she got pregnant and she didn't know that already. I don't know, maybe I'm just a salty bee these days, but I can't muster enough energy to care about this. Yeah, it was shitty and wrong to not invite her, but what does this materially change in her life? It would be more infuriating to me if she didn't approve of the ceremony, but it seems like she's fine with it. Just mad she didn't know about it beforehand. And this person responded, being 31 does not make you immune from making mistakes. You are still human after all. Also, isn't Julia Fox Jewish? You don't just baptize a Jewish kid without having a conversation.
Why would I lay down with someone who won't stand up for me? And these men, they're not mad. They don't care that women's rights are being stripped away because it doesn't really affect them. They don't give a shit. I just feel like that, you know? So this is my subtle rebellion in my own way.
But what do you guys think about all of this? Also, what do you think about Julia sharing all of this publicly? Do you see it as empowering and brave, bringing attention to an issue that others might relate to? Or do you think this is something that should have been kept private for the sake of their kid? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to know. I love you guys so much. And as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.